The next recipe that I'll be making is quinoa. And then quinoa, I'm just going to make it plain and simple. I'm not going to add too many vegetables to it. But this quinoa can be eaten with the vegetable feast on my channel. And then sometimes I make the quinoa with tilapia fillets. But today it will just be, I'll be using two variations of quinoa, the white one and then the red one. The ingredients that you need will be 2 cups of the white quinoa, 1 cup of the red quinoa. I have 9 cups of water here. I'll be using some Himalayan salt and Indian hemp oil, and then a tablespoon of grated jalapeno pepper. So when it comes to the salts, you just have to vary the taste according to how much salt you like to take or you can tolerate. Okay, now I have a pot on fire, and into this pot I'm going to be adding the oil. You can use butter if you want, but I like to try my Indian hemp oil that I bought about a month ago. And into that I'm going to be adding a teaspoon of the Himalayan salt. I'm going to be adding more after I add the water, and then taste to see if it's okay. You let it cook for about 30 seconds to a minute. Then you add your quinoa. Stir it around. Mix it with the red quinoa. I'm trying to do it kind of like fried rice at the beginning. If you want, you can add some onion at this stage, but I have a lot of it in the vegetable feast. And then into that I'll add the grated jalapeno pepper. You can add a touch of black pepper if you want, so just a little bit for flavor. Add a little more at the end if you want. I'll stir this together. It's very easy to cook quinoa and it's very healthy for you. So I'll add a little water and fry it a little more. So you'll be adding water a little at a time for the first 5 minutes of the cooking process, and after that I'll pour in the remaining water. After 5 minutes of constant stirring and adding the water a little at a time, about 2 tablespoons at each addition, I'll pour in the rest of the water. And at this stage, you would stir it around and then taste to make sure the salt is okay. If you do not salt the quinoa properly, you are not going to love it. So let me taste to see. I'll need about half teaspoon of some more Himalayan salt. So I'm adding half teaspoon here, and into that I'm going to add half teaspoon of ground nutmeg. I love to cook with nutmeg. Then I'll stir and bring this to a boil. At this stage you do not have to cover. If you cover, it might spill. So I'll let this cook, and then when the water is absorbed, I'll lower the heat, cover, and let it continue to cook. The quinoa has been boiling for about 25 minutes and it has absorbed almost all the water. So at this stage, I'm going to lower the heat, then cover it, and then let it continue to cook until all the water is gone and your quinoa will be well cooked. Okay, at this stage, if you stir, you'll see that the quinoa has absorbed almost all the water, so it's a great idea to use a non-stick pan. But if you don't have a non-stick pan, that should be fine. So I'll give it an additional 10 minutes. Let me taste to see if the salts are okay. It's coming together very well. So I'll cover this and let continue to cook for an additional 10 minutes. The quinoa is cooked and it looks really good. And it goes with the veggie feast, but I'm making a vegetarian version. That is why I didn't use any meat. So this veggie feast is entirely vegetarian to go with the quinoa. So for both recipes, how to make quinoa, you can visit my channel on YouTube, or how to make the veggie feast, you can equally visit my channel on YouTube. How to make quinoa. You can eat this just like that, or eat it with the veggie feast. If you want, you can just fetch the quinoa and put some veggie feast on it, or at this stage you can combine the veggie feast with the entire quinoa pot, and that should be fine to eat as well.